What's cracking, YouTube? Welcome back to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. Oh boy, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. That's right. For the UEFA Europa League, another 100% hit, baby. Let's go. Look at that. Oh my God, 100%. That's crazy. Um, Tottenham hit, Real Sociedad hit, Rangers, Olympiacos, Man U, Porto, 20. Oh man, I couldn't even believe it, to be honest with you. I was like, obviously, like I predicted this and I was like, but come on, like every single one of these is a lot. There was like what, seven, I believe? Three, six, yeah, seven games. I was like, damn. And then for my under and over, I hit Victoria. They were sitting at point 0.5. I was like, like, remember we were talking about it? Like, um, every game they had, they scored one. So I was like, how can they not score one here? Right. They're point 0.5. They hit that. Unfortunately, I didn't hit the other one, which was Frankfurt. They were also sitting at point 0.5. I was really, disappointed because that one out of all of them, I was kind of like, this is the one that's going to hit, like obviously the other ones I thought were going to hit too, or else I wouldn't have bet them. But as far as the over and under, um, Victoria and Frankfurt, I was like, there's just no way, right? I was just as confident for the Victoria, but for some reason, this one was like, I don't know, like it just, it felt right. I'm sure anybody out there that was doing the same bet felt the exact same way. So, but hey, whatever, I can't complain, right? Like you're talking about yeah, 9 games that I betted on. I only missed one. Pff, get out of here. Hell yeah, I'll take that dub. I took a fat dub that day. So, hey, I'll take the win all day. And if you guys are not winning, you guys are not listening, like straight out, you guys are not listening to the information I'm giving you. Maybe you just kind of like skim through it and like whatever. But bro, like I'm hitting, like I'm 98% of the time hitting hundreds. It's rare when I don't. And if I don't, whatever, right? Like, it's more often for me to hit 100 than for me not to hit 100. Even if I'm only betting one or two, that's it, right? But like, it's almost every time. But like I said, that's the name of the game. You win some, you lose some, fall down, get back up. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of the yapping. Um, for these predictions are going to be for Saturday, February 1st. I got the Premier League. And I have, I think it's 6-game parlay, I believe. 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah, 6-game parlay. And I'm going to mix in after I do the predictions for these, I'm going to throw in the French league because they only got 3 games. So I'm just like, why not throw them in there real quick, right? Of course, French for the French league, my team is PSG, as if you didn't know, right? But I don't really have a team for the Premier League. I like a couple. There's probably like 4 or 5. No, maybe like three that I really like. But it's hard to have a favorite in the Premier League. There's so many good teams. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna talk about the teams. I'll let you guys know if there's any injuries, and then we'll talk about the total. And then I'll give you my prediction. So here we go. First one on the list, Nottingham versus Brighton and Hove. Okay. Straight off the bat, I would have been like, give me Nottingham, right? Right away. But as I sit here and I look at it a little bit more clearer, Nottingham has only been able to beat Brighton Hove in their last 5 head-to-head. Brighton Hove has been able to beat them 2 times. Oh, I guess not a big difference. But the other two were draws, right? So got a 0-0, 2-2, 1-0. So, okay. The total is sitting at 2.5. They have hit this one, two, three. They've hit this 3 out of 4 times. This year, they haven't played. So this will be the first time they played this year. In 2024, they hit this one time. And then in 2023, they hit this twice. So, I mean, okay, this is how we're going to go. As far as injuries, Nottingham only has one injured player, one question. Britain Hove has 5 injured players and 2 questions. So, I mean, with just that, I could be like maybe an under, but Nottingham, their total is in that 1.5, and they've covered this 1.5 4 out of their last 5. So I think the best way to go for this one would be Nottingham over 1.5. I apologize. They covered this 3 out of their last 5. The most recent one, they didn't cover it. They actually didn't even make a goal, which was on the 25th of January. Damn. Well, they're at home this time, so I'm expecting them to cover this number, especially how Britain and Hove have more injuries than Nottingham. I'm expecting for them to cover that 1.5. The last 5 games for Britain and Hove, they got 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. The most recent was a loss. Same thing with Nottingham. They got 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. So this could be a tie game. To be honest with you, this looks like a tie game. But if it's a tie game, then I would see maybe a 2-2, right? Then that would cover the total 2.5. But let's say the last 5 times they met, they tied twice. The most recent was a tie 2-2. So yeah, see, this could be a tie. I don't know if I'm betting this one. This one's a little too weird. Yeah. Probably won't. If I do, I'd probably do the over 2.5, just because even if it doesn't, even if they don't tie, I somehow see Nottingham making 2 goals here. They're at home. They're the most healthier team. So give me Nottingham over 1.5. No, just give me the total. Give me the total over 2.5. If Nottingham makes 2, I'm expecting Britain to make a goal. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna talk about one team forever. If I don't have it, I don't have it, right? If it's not, I'm giving you the information here, right? But you don't have to force a bet either. You don't have to force a bet. Both of the teams are good from preventing other team to make a goal. So, even this looks like an under, right? But yeah, I don't think I'll take this one. I don't think I'll bet this one. This one's too juiced up. If anything, I see a tie. Anyway, on to the next game. We got AFC Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Now, same thing again. I would have been like Liverpool all day, right? Well, injuries. Liverpool has 4 questionable players, and then Bournemouth has 8 injured players and 1 questionable. So, but even with all these injuries, the last 5 games from Bournemouth, they haven't taken an L. 4 wins, 1 draw. On the other hand, Liverpool, their most latest game was a loss to PSV in the Champions League, which I was this close on putting Liverpool for that one. I was this close on betting. I'm putting them in my bet. Something inside me told me don't do it. And, oh yeah, good thing I listened to my gut. Don't do it. I didn't do it. I won 100%. So, okay, now we're on to this one, right? Um, I can't trust Liverpool right now. To be honest with you, I can't trust Liverpool right now. But then again, Bournemouth, they got 8 injuries and 1 questionable. But they are at home, so I don't know. I don't know about this one either. This one's okay. The last 5 times these two went head to head, Liverpool, 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 and Bournemouth. So Bournemouth has only been able to beat them once. Other than that, it has been all. Did I get it mixed up? Yeah, Bournemouth has been able to beat them only once to Liverpool. Liverpool has beaten them 4 times. But but in the last 5 games these two have gone head to head, there hasn't been a draw. So if you're thinking of a draw, don't do it. Because they haven't taken or they haven't drawn. Yeah, it hasn't been a tie in the last 5 games. So, and honestly, I don't see a tie either. I don't see a tie. This could be either Bournemouth since they're at home and they're pretty damn good. It seems like their most recent game, January 25th, they were able to score 5 versus against Nottingham. So I don't know. Maybe the players that are injured are just like bench players or something. I haven't fully looked at the players. I just went for the injuries. Um, yeah. So give me, man. Okay, the total is sitting at 3.5. Between these two, let's see if they've covered this. They've covered 3.5 twice. So out of 5 times, they've covered the 3.5. With all these injuries and Liverpool not being that great, um, I don't see how this would go over 3.5. As far as Bournemouth, their last 5 games, damn, twice they scored 5 goals. Once they scored 4. It's tough. Okay, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with Bournemouth over 1.5. They've covered this. No, never mind. Well, they've covered this against other teams, but apparently going against Liverpool, they've never covered this. They've never, or not never, I won't say never, but in the last 5 times they met, they haven't been able to cover that 1.5. Going against another team, they covered this 1.5. As far as Liverpool goes, they've covered the 1.5 twice last year. Actually, they covered this 4 out of their last 5 head-to-heads. So the only time they didn't cover this was back in 2023. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just, I want to say Liverpool win or even that 1.5 because obviously it looks promising. Let's see, the last 5 games from Liverpool, they've covered this 4 out of 5. So, damn. Okay. If this ends up as a tie, like a 2-2 or something, then they covered it, right? I guess you can go. All right. If you want to go with the stats here, what it shows me and the proof that I'm having here, 4 out of their last 5 games from Liverpool, they covered the 1.5. Now, between these two teams, between Liverpool and Bournemouth, they've covered, or Liverpool has covered the 1.5 4 out of 5 times. So it seems like that's the way to go, right? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to do this bet because now I'm curious, right? I'm curious to see if my stats are like 100, right? So I'm going to do Liverpool over 1.5 and I hope that my stats are, because I'm curious now. I'm literally curious. I don't even want the bet. I don't even care about the money right now. I just want to see, my stats are screaming, do the 1.5, do the over 1.5. So I'm going to do it. You don't have to, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the over 1.5 just because it screams at me. Okay. Damn, I took too long. I took too long in this game. On to the next one. Everton versus Leicester. Everton are at home. They got 6 injured players, 1 questionable. Leicester, they haven't been that great. They got 2 injured players and 2 questionable. The total is sitting at 2.5. Team-wise, team total is sitting at 1.5 for Everton, and for Leicester, sitting at 0.5. Let's see. The last 5 times these two have gone head to head, Leicester has covered this 0.5. 5 out of 5. Now, the last 5 games from Leicester, they've covered 0.5. They've covered 3 out of 5. The most recent, they covered it, which was in January 26 versus Tottenham. Wow, they beat them. So, as far as Everton, 1.5, the last 5 games, they've covered this 2 out of 5. Okay, so I already know where I'm going with this. The last 5 times these two went head to head, as far as the over 1.5, Everton has only covered this once. Okay, easy. Leicester over 1.5. Easy. It's the stats here showing it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going with I'm going to do maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll put in a parlay. Maybe I'll put Liverpool over 1.5 and Leicester 0.5. That would be pretty cool. See what happens. Okay. I'm over here talking to myself. On to the next game. Now this one sucks for me. I probably won't bet this one, but it's IPS Witchtown versus Southpaw. IPS Witchtown are at home, but they got 4 injured players. Southpaw with only 1 injured player and 4 questionable. The total is sitting at 2.5, and the team total is sitting at 1.5 for both of these teams. As far as the last 5 times they met, IPS Witchtown has beaten Southpaw 2 out of 5 times. Southpaw only once out of the 5 times. And then they've drawn twice. They have taken the draw twice. So the most recent was a draw. Then before that, IPS 3-2. The last 5 games from IPS Witchtown, 3 L's, 1 win and 1 draw. The only win they played it versus a second team division. Yeah, so that's crazy. Southpaw, on the other hand, well, they're sitting in the same spot. Only 1 win and 4 L's. That's even worse. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm not betting this one. To be honest with you, I'm not betting this one, but I'll probably do the under 2.5. If I was to bet this one, I would probably be doing the under 2.5. Let's see if they covered this the last 5 times these two met. So they've only been able to cover this 2.5 once. Other than that, they can't cover this. So maybe give me the under 2.5. It seems like they're both trash right now. So either that or probably Southpaw winning finally, but too risky. I don't touch it. Okay, on to the next game is Newcastle versus Fulham. Newcastle are at home. These two teams have both have the same amount of injuries and questionables. They're sitting with 2 injuries and 1 questionable. The total is at 3, and team total wise, they're no, Newcastle's at 1.5, and Fulham is at 0.5. So let's see. The last 5 times these two went head to head, Fulham has only been able to beat them once. Damn. Newcastle left Fulham at 4 out of 5 times. The most recent, though, Newcastle took an L against Fulham. It was 3-1. But before that, the other 4 times, Fulham couldn't even score once. So that's why it shows Fulham at 0.5. As far as the last 5 games from Fulham, let's see if they've covered this. Yeah, they've covered this 4 out of 5 times. Their most recent, though, they didn't, which was in January 26. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Newcastle, they're at 1.5. Let's see. They've covered 1.5 4 out of 5 times. And versus Fulham, they've covered this. Okay, I apologize. I had to take care of something real quick. Yeah, so Newcastle at 1.5, they've covered this 4 out of 5 times in their most recent games. Their 5 most recent games. As far as these two going at it, head to head, they've covered the 1.5, 1, 2. They've only covered this twice. Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about this one. Let's see. The total is at 3. They've covered this only once. Yeah, they've covered this only once. So, yeah, I don't know where to go with this one. Okay, I feel that Newcastle will win, and it seems like Newcastle will win this one. So maybe I'll just put them in a parlay for a straight up win. They've only lost once in their last 5 games, 4 wins, 1 loss. And as far as Fulham, they've only gotten 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in their last 5 games. So the most recent was a loss versus Manchester United for Fulham. So give me Newcastle for a straight win. As far as points, I don't know. Maybe I'll do Fulham 0.5. It seems like maybe that can happen. It can probably be like a 2-1 kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's where I'm going with that. Okay, on to the last game for the Premier League. Wolverhampton versus Aston Villa. Wolverhampton, 8 injured players and 1 questionable. Aston Villa, 4 injured players, 1 questionable. The total sitting at 2.5. As far as team points, the total for these 2 teams are both sitting at 1.5. So I don't see how Wolverhampton will score over 1.5. Because the last 5 times these 2 went head to head, they couldn't cover this. Now Aston Villa, on the other hand, they've covered 1.5 2 out of 5 times. So I think the best way to bet this one, Wolverhampton are at home though, but the last 5 games they played at home twice and they lost twice. Not only did they lose twice, they weren't able to score a goal. So it seems like at home they're dookie. Aston Villa, on the other hand, and on the road, they've won 1 out of 3 games, 1-0. Tied 1 and lost 1. So, but as far as that 1.5, they've covered that 2 out of their 5. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Wolverhampton under 1.5. Yeah, so give me give me Wolverhampton under 1.5. Yeah, they haven't been able to cover this in their last 5 games. Oh, once. They covered this once. Um, and then they're full of injuries. Yeah, no. Um, yeah, I'll probably put that with the Leicester 0.5 and Liverpool 1.5. That would be pretty cool. Okay, that is it for the Premier League. Um, Now I'm gonna move on to the French league. Guys, if there's a game that you guys want me to predict, put it down in the comments so I can get it for you. Um, I will be making another video for La Liga and for Serie A on this next one. So, um, yeah. Okay, on to the French league. I have Brest versus PSG. Um, Injuries. Brest has 3 injured players, 1 with a red card and 2 questionable. PSG only 2 injuries and 1 questionable. The total is sitting at 3. Team total wise, Brest is sitting at 0.5 and PSG 2.5. The last 5 times they went head to head, they were able to cover. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. They were able to cover that 4 out of 5 times. 4 out of 5 times they went over 3. And the one time they didn't go over, they basically were at 3, so they pushed. As far as the team total, let's see, 2.5, 2.5. PSG has covered that 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 5 times. Okay, this is probably the best outcome. It would be Brest 0.5. Maybe. Okay, the last 5 times these two went head to head, Brest has covered the 0.5. But the last 5 games from Brest, they did not cover 0.5. They covered 0.5 3 out of 5 times. So Brest is at home, and the most recent game from Brest was at home versus Real Madrid, and they didn't cover that 0.5. But then again, it's Real Madrid, so right. The other time they played at home, they played versus Nantes, and they were able to score at home. So as far as PSG goes, though, PSG that 2.5, they've covered this 3 out of 5 times in their last 5 games. So I guess if you want to be risky, put PSG over 2.5 or over 3. Because I mean they've covered over 3 4 out of 5 times. But it's risky, like super risky. So maybe I'll just do PSG straight win with Aston Villa. Yeah. That's probably and Newcastle. I'll probably just do that. But yeah, it's a tough one, right? Okay, on to the next game. Monaco versus AJ Oxley. Oxley. I think that's how you say it. Okay. Monaco have 3 injured players, 1 questionable. AJ has 2 injured and 1 questionable. The total sitting at 3.5. Let's see. The last 5 times they went head to head, 3.5. They've covered this 1, 2. They've only covered this 2 out of 5 times. This was back in 2023. So, yeah, I don't see this happening. Especially how Monaco, their last 5 games. Look, the team total for Monaco is in at 2.5. They've covered 2.5 out of their last 5 games. They covered this. Let's see, once. They've only been able to cover this once. Their most recent game, they didn't even score. But head to head, though, Monaco versus AJ, the last 5 times that 2.5, they were able to cover this 3 out of 5 times. But that, like I said, the most recent one was back in September 14, 2024. That 0.5, though, for AJ sitting at 0.5. They've only covered this 2 out of their last 5 times. That's terrible. And then the last 5 games of AJ, they only covered this 2 out of 5 times. Wow. Yeah. I'm probably gonna put Monaco in the parlay with the other teams that I was talking about. Because yeah, I don't see, and as far as these two going head to head, AJ has never been able to beat them. So yeah, give me Monaco. They should win. They should be able to. They are at home too, so they should be able to win this one. As far as points, though, I would probably do under 3.5, but it's too risky. It's too risky. Yeah, I would have to do under 3.5. I don't think AJ would contribute on this one. So yeah, or Monaco under 2.5, but it's probably just easier to put Monaco in the parlay. I hope it hits, because if they both end up not scoring at all, or even if it's just a 1-1, that would be terrible. Super terrible. But that's soccer for you. Okay, on to the last game of the video, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know, what is your prediction? Down in the comments, put it down. What are you predicting? If it hits, I'll give you a shout out. So yeah. All right, here we go. Last game. Lille versus Saint Etienne. Etienne. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a French league. I'm not French. Here we go. Injuries. Lille has 4 injured players, 1 with the red card, 3 questionable. Saint has 2 injured players, 1 with the red card, and 2 questionable. Wow, this could be a tie. They've tied. Oh my God, they've tied 4 out of 5 times. The most recent game in September 13, 2024, Saint won 1-0. That's what it was, 1-0. Other than that, these two have not been able to go over 2.5 for the total. As a matter of fact, the last 5 times they went at it, the last 5 times they went head to head, Lille, the team total is sitting at 1.5. They have not been able to cover that. So, but before you go and you make that bet, the most recent game from Lille, they scored 6 goals versus Rotterdam in the Champions League, right? I don't know what the hell happened that game, because I didn't see it. I don't know if I don't know if Rotterdam got like 4 red cards or something, but this is the first time in a while that they scored this much. So I don't know what happened. If you know what happened, then you can make your prediction, because before this game, that 1.5, they were only able to cover this one time before that game, that 6-1 Champions game. Other than that, they were losing They lost two. Before that Champions game, they lost twice and they only scored once. Then they won once and they were able to cover that. But the one before that, they tied and they only scored once. And the only reason why they got that win at the end is because they went to penalties. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're hyped. Maybe they're hyped from that win and they go out there and they, put in that work. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This one's too risky. Leo, like I said, Leo is at home, so maybe put him in the parlay. Maybe. I don't know. I personally won't touch this one. I don't think I'll touch this one. It's too risky. So yeah. Saint, their team total is sitting at 0.5. Their most 5 recent games, they've covered this 4 out of 5. And then head to head, they've covered this 3 out of 5. So who knows? Maybe give me Saint 0.5. If I was to bet this one, I would do Saint 0.5. Just because their most recent, they covered this. And their most recent game, they've covered this. And their most recent head to head, they've covered this. So if I was to bet this one, I would put Saint 0.5 or Lille to win straight up. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to win. I hope you enjoyed it. And I also hope you guys make a lot of money off this. So please hit that like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. That way I can, once we start growing, we can start having fun in the comment section. Put in there your predictions. I'll go in there. I'll give you guys a shout out, and I'll start giving away stuff. And yeah. So hit that like and subscribe, please. Other than that, you guys have a great day. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Deuces.